What's up, good people? Rob Costa in the building. MC the Tip, mask on or off. Oblivion Radio. What up? What up? What up? I saw people a couple of comments about the Jay-Z interview. We actually just finished recording that, FIFO and
Hmm.
I. So that'll be out on Patreon. You guys will get it first, so it'll be there, and then it'll roll out to everybody else as well. But if you guys have any questions, if you don't want to wait, uh, then yeah, you can go ahead and send over a super chat and stuff like that. And you may have a question we didn't even get a chance to go over as well. So yeah. But yeah, send those over, man. They'll be open until 20. What up, Aziz? Um, yeah, MC the Tick, man. I was listening to you to one of your live streams. And yeah, I didn't know you were from another country, brother. That shit was dope as fuck. But anyway, uh glad to have you guys on board. It's just the two of us. Me,
Just the
Kinsby
two.
Inch, and
We can make it
FIFO
if we try. Just the two of us.
24 Sanger.
You and I.
So yeah, man, we're gonna hold it down for you guys tonight. But we some talkers, so man, you guys know you guys are in good hands anyway. But yeah, man, the big interview happened. It finally dropped. J. Cole has been on the press run. He said he wasn't doing any interviews until um 30 days after the album was out because he wanted people to process the album. That was his strategy. And he's been making the rounds. He's gonna go on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn next. He was on Apple Music or whatever with Nadeska, which I did not watch that one. And he was just on the one with Flea with Cameron. So
Hmm.
that's the one we're gonna watch and react to. It's an hour long, so we're not
You won't be
gonna
here for that
listen.
long.
Yeah, we ain't gonna listen to the whole thing. But you know, he has some really interesting thoughts and comments on things, and I thought that he was very open and honest, as honest as J. Cole is and tends to be these days. So I'd definitely be curious to hear what you guys think as we go through it. And and yeah, man, let's go ahead and get into it. So here is the J. Cole Talk with Flea interview. All right. Put that bad boy on here. Let me make sure the volume is up nice. So, and we're gonna see what this go look like. So we also may be skipping through as well because J. Cole rambles.
Yeah, my girl can't be a stylist neither. When she said
Also, FIFO, if you hear something, just tell me to hit pause and we can
Yeah,
talk
I'll
about it.
give you the timeout.
All right.
fixing somebody's collar, I don't know what may happen next time she. What's up, man?
I'm just saying, like, a lawsuit, bro. Lawyers.
You know, it wasn't like that.
I'm just saying, bro. You got niggas like.
Come here, give me a hug, man.
That's what I was waiting on, man. Thank you, man.
All right. First of all, I got to stop right there, bro. Like, what? I get it. I don't know who came up with that idea, and I get it. I get being in the producer's room and talk about the confrontation. Like you walk in and you mad, but I don't even think Jermaine Cole can act like he was mad. So, but it was cute. It was cute. But anyway, yeah.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Talk with Flea. Now, look, I got a real special guest today. An introduction is I would have to have a scroll, an old school scroll for an introduction of my guest today. And I know a lot of people thought that this interview probably wouldn't happen or we wouldn't be speaking or we wouldn't even be in the same room. But today, I have a good friend of mine who stopped by to talk with Flea. My man, J. Cole. What's good, bro?
Ooh, what's up, bro?
Yo,
How you feeling, man?
Thank you so much for coming, man. Thank you so much for coming. So
No, thank you
let's
for
just
having
get the elephant out the room. So, right, because your fans is on me. they on my
Right.
ass.
Your fans probably on me. You
They
know
on
what I
my
mean?
ass, right? So, a couple months ago, I put a lawsuit out. I never talked about it, never said anything about it.
So I guess the interview videos not moving too well, huh?
Yeah, yeah, okay.
It's choppy. All right.
Super choppy.
All right.
Super choppy. Hey man, hey, send in them super chats, man, so we can upgrade our internet speed, man.
No,
This, this,
apparently it's let me turn off this hold on guys. Let me turn off this boom. This let's see. I might have what I might have to do is see if I could download it and upload it. So I disconnected the VPN. Hey man. Let's try this again. First of all, this first part of this whole thing is him talking about the whole lawsuit thing. Which all right. I don't know. Were you up to date on the whole thing with the lawsuit?
Yeah, I saw the lawsuit. Look, I don't remember all of the details of it, but essentially the lawsuit was for an exchange of service, right? Like Cam allowed J. Cole to sample and then have Cam on that intro to the Fall Off. What is it, the Fall Off? Or what album was that? The joint 95 South, right? Like and Cam just wanted either like a feature verse or a guest appearance or podcast or whatever, right? Just exchange of service. And when it took, all of these years and like, you've been trying to holler at J. Cole, can't get him, this, that, and the third. It just felt like, well, shit, nigga, it's all I can do. Like, we gotta go to the league and stuff. So he did it. That's pretty much all that was. So it was just services not rendered.
Yeah, it was. I get it, and why he was upset. And this was the first time I realized like Cole really rambles a lot, like because he just kept going on and on about everything that was happening with the whole interview. But I think On Deck was the one that I think I really caught wind with it, and that's how I was up, kept up to speed with it. So and I think the lawsuit happened after Drake did his lawsuit, right? So it was like, man, what's really, really going on?
Mm-hmm.
So it was really weird. But I think one of the things that they said on they being on deck said was that that as soon as he dropped the album, that he was gonna be, he was gonna do the interview, which is what Cole said. Like he was telling Cameron, throughout the whole process. It's just after a while, if Cameron felt like he was getting played. So not that I don't believe Cameron at his word when he said that the interview or the lawsuit wasn't really going to go anywhere, because it was, then why file it, to get his attention. That's kind of weird. But yeah, he just went on and on about, how how that whole thing went down. But I think what one of the things I liked about this, and I honestly wish I would have watched the Nadeska one, because Cole really seemed like he was, real relaxed and in a comfort zone talking to Cameron. So I thought
Yeah.
that was dope.
Okay, many years ago, one of my favorite rappers, I actually was able to talk to him, and he was facing uh a lawsuit as well from another artist. And he told me like it really wasn't nothing. It's just kind of industry practice at times. You know what I'm saying? To kind of get somebody's attention. So that happened. I'm not gonna say who, y'all can guess, y'all can, make all y'all assumptions, but I ain't gonna say no names because that person told me not to say it publicly, you know what I'm saying? But I'm never gonna put no name to it. But it happens in the industry, Ken. So I was not extremely surprised, especially once I saw what Cam was saying in regards to, because it's the industry. People say, "Oh yeah, I got you," and then never get you. So, you know.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna try to play this other part. Hopefully, it's a little bit better. If not, I do have some clips downloaded. So yeah, we'll resort to that. We'll that'll be the backup plan. So let's see if we're much better. If not, y'all just let me know and we'll go from there. We'll adjust. So this is about the Cole and Diddy fight.
Story,
Right.
You know what I mean? But matter of fact, we did a podcast, me and Eve,
Okay.
like a year and a half ago, where we kind of ran through like the first part of my career up until Forest Hills Drive.
Right.
Is that better, FIFO?
Yeah, it look way better. Sound better every day.
Okay.
And we had a bonus episode that was the whole episode was just about that night.
Okay.
And that altercation, right?
Right.
And we was gonna put it out because at that time, you know what I mean? Like me and Puff, like we hadn't had no problem for years. Even after that, like it was cleaned up quick and we was in a good spot.
Right.
But Puff was on the song that I had on off season, and like so we was gonna put it out thinking like, yo, it's cool. Like enough time has passed, he ain't gonna feel no way, boom, boom, boom.
Right.
And then all the shit happened with him.
Right.
And I was just like, nah, it felt like damn near like kicking a man when he's down.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It was like it would have gave the news in the world more ammo.
I got you saying.
Just destroy this dude.
Yeah,
it
wasn't a good time to put it out.
Wasn't a good time. So similarly, right now it's like I want to tell it because it's ill, but I'm like, nah.
But it did happen.
Oh no, it happened. Yeah.
Okay, got you. We talked. You mentioned a couple names earlier.
So you remember that whole thing about apparently he got in a fight with Diddy?
No, I don't remember the J. Cole and Diddy fight. Like I remember what was it? Gabe. Who else fought Diddy in the club? It was somebody else too. I can't remember who, but I don't remember J. Cole.
Yeah, I can't remember. But apparently, yeah, it really happened. The big thing, of course, is the whole Cole on Kendrick Lamar thing. So we're gonna get to that.
The chat is saying Drake.
Out of the battle.
Yeah, Drake and Diddy had a clash in the club. I remember that one.
Yep. He talked about getting his first deal. So let me put that on here.
What's the process of that?
Okay. Damn, this was the days when having a deal mattered, right? Like this was still I'm the last one of that generation. Me, Kendrick, Drake, we the last ones from the generation where a deal mattered. Your generation, a deal mattered.
Absolutely.
You get a nice nigga like Cam or a nice nigga like Mace, and you get them a deal in a situation.
That absolutely matters.
They have a shot.
Right.
Nowadays, it's like, bro, if you just do the right online campaign, you can blow it out the labels. But I'm the last generation of that. So I moved to New York. I went to St. John's to be around the music industry. I'm from Fayetteville. Ain't no music industry there.
Right.
Two dudes, as a group, they my mentors. They call Bomb Shelter. Like they like a almost. They was so fucking good. Imagine the best group from Harlem, but they never made it. You know what I mean? Like that. They that in Fayetteville.
Got you.
And I peeped like, oh, they didn't make it, not because they wasn't good enough, but because they wasn't around shit.
Right.
Back then you had to be around. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go to school in New York to be around it. So. After some years of being there, I'm like, damn, I got to get my foot in the door. And I got to shout out my man. His name is Mike Rooney. He's Corey Rooney's.
Told you, man. He just be talking, bro. Like, get to it. Shit.
Nephew.
It's a good
He
story,
not like
kid.
a nepotism nephew. He damn near his uncle. He ain't get it off the strength of his uncle.
Right.
You know what I mean? If anything, his uncle might have made it harder for him, from what I understand. And he had to get it on his own. And he heard I had a song called School Days. And he heard this shit on my MySpace. It's a long story, but he ended up connecting me with Kirk Lightburn, a dude that's like really tight with Mark Pitts.
Right.
So Mark Pitts, it heard.
Shout out to Mark.
Shout out to Mark Pitts, Gucci the Don. It's like he heard Lights Please, the song I got called Lights Please, and he saw the vision. And he brought me in. And eventually he ended up taking it to Jay.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And Jay heard it. Mind you, this is a year after I waited outside.
Right.
Was it Baseline or Rock the Mic for Jay trying to pass him a beat CD?
Right.
You know what I mean? And he ain't take the shit. He like kind of dubbed me.
Right.
And it taught me a lesson like, nigga, you ain't gonna get it like that. Yeah, that's not how
Right.
you want to get it.
Right.
And a year later, via Mark Pitts, you know what I mean? Mark had the vision to take me to Jay, and Jay heard it, saw the vision, and signed me.
Right. Is there anybody before Jay that you seen that celebrity-wise the man shut you down, or your mom was just strictly get the Rock Nation or Jay-Z or
You
whatever?
know what? Rock Nation didn't exist at that time, but me standing outside for Jay, it wasn't me trying to get a deal.
Right.
I'll make beats too. So it's like,
Right.
in my mind, I'm like, damn, I seen Kanye like got in with the producing shit first.
Right.
Maybe that's an end for me. And the news had dropped that Jay was working on American Gangster.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But the article was saying he wasn't necessarily done. Like,
Right.
so in my mind, I'm like, I'm ambitious. You know what I mean? I believe in myself. So I'm like, I was at work. I'm like, yo, as soon as I got home, I made 2 beats, threw a hook on one, put 7 other beats on the CD. I put the American Gangster cover on it. Like I slid that shit in the CD book over my volume 3. I had a volume 3 or volume 2. So I took the cover out, put his American Gangster cover in, black and white, little printed version, and stood outside trying to get him a beat CD with a hook on it, thinking if he in my mind, he was gonna go upstairs, put the CD in, hear it, go get that young kid from outside, you know what I mean? So I thought that, I wasn't even thinking about it signing to Jay-Z. I was just thinking like, oh, maybe I can get my beats off, you know what I mean, and get on like that. I only thought about signing to Def Jam or to a label. I never thought about a Jay-Z or something like that, but it worked out for me.
But that's what I'm saying. Was it nobody ever said, fuck out of here? Did you see anybody else celebrity-wise that you may have tried to get on to, but that was just your focus?
Nah. I will say, no, nobody ever shitted on me or dubbed me.
Right.
But I do know that at one point in time, 50, I think Shy Money and
hey, this is funny, and this shit is so 50, bro. Yeah, this shit is so. You got to hear this shit. This shit is.
And shout to G Unit Hove, from Queens.
Right.
They was trying to put, I think, 50 onto my shit. You know what I mean? This is around the time right before when I was knowing Mark, before Jay had heard my shit. And I think they played my shit for 50. And what I was told his response was like, mind you, I had like I had this song called Lost Ones. I had Lights Please. I had Simba. I had hard shit too, like where you could tell I could really rap.
Right.
And I think 50 reaction from what I heard was, I can't sign this nigga, his jeans too tight.
You going off the image, right?
Right. I mean, I get it too, because I mean, guess what? That shit wouldn't have made no sense, me going to G Unit, you know what I mean? But shout to Shy Money, you know what I mean, and Hove who seen the vision.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Bruh. Yeah, that shit was funny.
Nah, 100%. You know, I think this reminds me of something that Steve Kerr said a couple years ago. When he was still, well, it's more than a couple years now, but when he was an exec of the Phoenix Suns, people forget like it was Steve Kerr that orchestrated the Steve Nash trade and the signing of D'Antoni and all of that. Like that was Steve Kerr's doing as an exec. And he was talking about how sometimes you could be drafted to the wrong team and that stunts your growth. So essentially that's what Cole is saying. Like if for whatever reason that 50 would have signed him, it would have stunted his growth. His image and G Unit's image is not in lockstep. You know what I'm saying? Like it made more sense. Think about it, right? I can make an argument that the game is as big as J. Cole. The game fit and blew up. J. Cole would have been shelved and would have been sent back to Fayetteville. You know what I'm saying? So it just makes sense. You know, and it's also part of divine timing, bro. Like you met Jay and Jay ain't fuck with you. Like who the fuck is you? But that and you know what, Karen? And I know I'm personalizing this, but you know, we've been around some of the people that we revere most in hip hop, you know, like some of our favorite artists. And there's been instances where I'm in the same room with some people, but it just isn't the right time to cross paths. You know what I'm saying? Like it just isn't. So, you know, I was in a room where Big Crit pulled up. Oh, what was the DJ that put us on? Wally Sparks. Wally Sparks was working he was working a lounge and he had invited us. And you know, me and Wifey there, and Big Crit walks in and everybody's, oh my God, Big Crit, this, that, and the third. I'm just chilling. You know, I'm not gonna come up to this, bro. Like, we're at a lounge, there's a whole bunch of people, there's a commotion. Like, I'm not. And then what was it, like a month later when we was at Masquerade and we was behind the scenes, with Stolly, and Big Crit walk in and the whole media, whatever, and Big Crit beelines to us. I waited. That was the right moment. You know what I'm saying? Not the lounge. So it is what it is. I get it, man.
All right, let's jump to the shit that really matters, bro. Cole on Kendrick. There's also now this part is really, really long. He also talked about why he dropped out of the battle. I thought that was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then his take on the Kendrick and Drake drama. So I can't fully remember like the full part of this his thoughts on Kendrick Lamar. So and how interesting it is, but I definitely know him dropping out of the battle was interesting. It's a long ass fucking story, and his thoughts on Kendrick and Drake as well was a pretty good story. So let's start with his thoughts on Kendrick Lamar.
And I remember years ago when y'all was first, I don't want to say first coming out, when y'all niggas was kind of established, and he did a freestyle years ago. And it was kind of like, he kind of was taking shots at everybody, not just you, period. And I remember you was like, yo, I don't know how to sit with this. And
He talking about the control verse.
this was this problem that happened. I'm talking about maybe 6-7 years ago. And he's like, I'm supposed to take this. You know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to make it seem like it was competitive. When this latest,
It wasn't shots too. When you really listen to that song, it was
Okay.
the control song you talking about. It's like you listen, it's not a shot. You know what I
Right.
mean? But the world at that time,
okay,
it felt like the energy of it felt like a shot.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But like when you really bust it down, like, oh, nah, it's nothing disrespectful in there. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? But I understand what you're saying. There was something before. Now you was gonna ask me how did I feel when
I'm about to ask you, elaborate. I want you to be elaborate because I want to make sure I got it right. And if I don't got it right, check me to make sure it didn't happen like that.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So when the Metro Boomin track just came out, or not just now, but a couple years now, when you first heard it, how did you feel about it?
All right, two reactions. One, I got probably about an hour or two before somebody hit me and said it. The way they worded it was like, yo, Kendrick, boom, 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 right? So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thrown off right there.
Right.
Automatically. I'm like, wait, what?
Right.
And then mentally I go to like, wait, I know we good. I just spoke, boom, boom. Like,
Right.
now I'm trying to think like, damn, did I do this? I'm not even hearing the song. I don't know what the fuck he gonna say. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, damn, did something happen? Did I do something? Did I say something? Boom, boom. Like, I'm confused almost. Like, not knowing what the song's gonna be, only knowing what somebody, you know how this shit go.
Yeah.
You send your shit to Spotify or something, and then somebody at Spotify listen to the shit early, then they send a message to somebody. Somehow somebody knew and it got out, and then it made its way to me.
Gotcha.
So an hour or two before, mind you, I go to sleep. I sleep by motherfucking 10 o'clock most nights, 9:30 damn near. So now I'm like, oh shit.
Nigga go to bed like he got to wake up and go to school in the morning.
I'm saying, I'm glad you paused because I was about to hit a timeout, bro. Flag on the play. 9:30, 10 o'clock. Like, what?
He must get up early, man. He must do that workout. Remember that song he was talking about, that workout song? Maybe he be doing that workout song. That's why he go to bed so he can get up. Bro, I be going to bed, bro. Probably have some milk and shit and crawl up in the bed, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? I guess those are sleeping hours, man. My night just be getting started, bro.
That's what I'm about to say. They over here, Ken, they try to play. They say that these are Ken sleeping hours. No, it's not, bro. I know Ken. Ken be up. Ken be working, bro.
Yeah. Anyway.
Let me stay up and hear what this is. You know what I mean? So I listen to it and I have two first reactions. My first reaction is, that shit is hard.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a hard ass verse, undeniably. The beat crazy, the song is ill, and I'm like, he went crazy. That's my first reaction. Because I don't know what I'm listening for. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm like, that shit's tough.
Right.
My second reaction is, not now, nigga.
Right.
My second reaction is like it's no, nigga. This is inconvenient for me.
Gotcha.
And can I explain to you why?
Absolutely.
This is gonna be long-winded, but let me explain to you why.
Take your time. This is why we here.
Right at that time.
Duh. Everything he said is long-winded, bro. Anyway.
Like, hold on. How the hell how is your second reaction not your first reaction when that nigga said, fuck the big three, it's me, nigga, bomb? Like, what? Fuck all of that.
He was listening as a fan. I don't think anybody prepped him about what
I
was
understand
said.
that. No, I understand that. But what I'm saying, Ken, even as a fan, when K-Dot said, man, motherfuck the big three, it's just big me, nigga, bomb. And I'm really like that. And like when he said that, Ken, the fandom, at least from J. Cole's standpoint, should have been like, wait, hold on, what the fuck that nigga say? Like that should have been the reaction.
Nah, I get why it wasn't, because he, in his mind, even to this day, Kendrick and him are friends, bro. They're homies. He was like, now it's really weird. He's because he was like, he think they're cool. He think they're cool. So he didn't think anything of it. And so he was like, because he just said it. He was like,
we just talked whatever.
Did I do something? What'd I do? I'm sorry if I did something to you, bro. He can't be talking about me.
Shit. That nigga's straight talking about you.
Well,
it is what
maybe.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know, Karen. I don't know.
I had just got off tour with Drake. I had went on tour with Drake. We did that. And I had Might Delete Later in the Chamber, which was the project that you on as a mixtape.
Right.
And then I had the Fall Off finished. I probably had to tweak a couple mixes, boom, 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 but I had this album finished, the Fall Off, right?
Right.
So, but my Not Now, it was based off of that, but let me tell you something else. At that time, I had been working on the Fall Off, which was done. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? And by the way, that somebody leaked it. I know who leaked it and who said it. You know what I mean? But it's cool. He put it out there. It's like, yo, he was on 2 joints.
Right.
You know what I mean? On the album. You know what I mean? Like, and on my mind, I'm like,
meaning Kendrick.
yes.
Right.
Got 2 joints.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to paint the full picture of my state.
Take your time.
So I in my mind, I'm like, oh, nigga, I've been working so long on this. You a big part of it, which I'm grateful for, because it's like, nigga, that was a part of my vision for it.
Yeah.
Who leaked it? I didn't hear no motherfucking leak. I didn't see no headline about the Fall Off being leaked.
I don't know. I don't think the Fall Off leak. I think he. You know what? Honestly, I don't even know if he really explained. I thought he was talking about that Kendrick was on the Fall Off.
Exactly. And he said that the Fall Off leaked, and that's kind of why he had to retweak it. At least that's how I'm interpreting what he was saying.
I don't think you think that he's saying that the album leaked, or that
give
news.
Give me 30-second rewind, Ken.
Yeah, yeah, he didn't really. Okay, I'll rewind it, but I don't think he really said.
Was on 2 joints.
Right.
You know what I mean? On the album. You know what I mean? Like, and on my mind, I'm like,
meaning Kendrick.
yes.
Right.
Got 2 joints.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to paint the full picture of my state.
Take your time.
So I in my mind, I'm like, oh, nigga, I've been working so long on this. You a big part of it, which I'm grateful for, because it's like, nigga, that was a part of my vision for it. Like having both of these dudes as a part of this. Right. On my way out, I wanted to like celebrate, like, damn, I'm really grateful to have done it. It was based off of that, but let me tell you something else. At that time, I had been working on the Fall Off, which was done. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? And by the way, that somebody leaked it. I know who leaked it and who said it. You know what I mean? But it's cool. He put it out there. It's like, yo, he was on 2 joints.
So pause.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was just saying that Kendrick was on the album.
2 joints, and it was leaked. He just said
the album. The songs weren't leaked though.
Ken, the album was leaked.
They're saying it was Maul. They were saying Maul leaked that Kendrick Lamar was on J. Cole's The Fall Off. Which, if they know that, I don't know why the hell he would say that, because it sounds like everybody know that shit. But that's
Maul leaked the info. Okay.
Yeah, so if everybody know that,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's saying that.
I don't listen to Rory and Maul like that. So
yeah. So anyway, so yeah, that's what we're talking about.
On the album, you know what I mean? Like, and on my mind, I'm like,
meaning Kendrick.
Yes.
Right.
Got 2 joints. Mm-hmm. So I'm just trying to paint the full picture of my state.
Take your time.
So I in my mind, I'm like, oh, nigga, I've been working so long on this.
Never should have told his ass that shit.
You a big part of it, which I'm grateful for, because it's like, nigga, that was a part of my vision for it. Like having both of these dudes as a part of this. Right. On my way out, I wanted to like celebrate, like, damn, I'm really grateful to have done it at the same time as these niggas.
Yes.
Because I genuinely felt like, yo, like this is it for me. You know what I
Right.
mean? And
Yep.
at least at this level, I ain't working 8 years on the album no more.
Right.
But there's something I'm leaving out, which is when that shit happened, ultimately it became that whole situation from me going on stage, apologizing, boom, boom, it ended up being that whole situation ended up being the absolute biggest blessing for me.
Right.
And this is why. If you would have heard me talk about the fall off at that time for like months before, me and Eve like this, like creatively, like this is my
Bro, if I think this shit right here is crazy. If this is the story I think you about to tell.
man, and like if you would have heard me talk about the album at that time, it would have sounded something like this. Man, let's put this shit the fuck out, bro.
Oh, no, this ain't it.
Right.
Let's get this shit out, nigga. Let's hurry the fuck up and put this shit the fuck out and be done with this shit. Like, we was over it because we was so exhausted from working on it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, while I was working on this album, I dropped For Your Eyes Only, KOD, the off season, and had Mike Delete Later in the chamber. I was tired and burnt the fuck out. And I used to like pray basically like, God, show me when it's time for me to really be done with this shit.
Right.
So I can know.
Right.
And so for 3 months straight, probably from like December, January, February, every time I sat down to write, I couldn't write shit. Like nothing was, I couldn't get
Writer's
past
block.
writer's block. I couldn't get past a line or two.
Right.
And I'm just like, damn. I was taking this as, I guess God is showing me, yo, you really done. I thought he was showing me I was done in the form of like, yo, I'm tapped out. I ain't got shit to say. Right. So on top of that, how I would speak about the album and my energy was negative. It would be like, bro, like, let's get this, how I felt about this shit, which was hard as fuck.
I told you, man, he just be talking, bro. But I get it. He
Let
needed
him
to
talk,
unpack.
man.
Fine. He just needed to unpack, man. He probably ain't talked to anybody in a minute. So he like, I wish I would have watched the Deska interview because I don't know if the energy the same because he just let Cameron Cameron's just there, bro.
But how I felt about it was almost, it was negative. You know what I mean? It was like, man, let's put this shit the fuck out. I'm done. I'm exhausted. Clearly I'm tapped out. I can't write shit. All right. But I got enough in the chamber where I know this is how I'm going out. And like, if I never write another rhyme or put out another album, it's cool because I did this.
Right.
So that's the energy that that's the energy I'm sitting in when this verse happens from him.
Got you.
So my thought goes, first of all, this verse is crazy. It's hard.
Right.
But it's also like, damn, nigga, this shit is inconvenient.
Very
like
inconvenient.
it's terrible timing.
Got you.
And on top of that, my next thought, and this is what led me to everything that came after that, which I'm grateful for. You know what I mean? I can't even say they're mistakes. Because it's like, I really believe that like, oh, that's how it had to happen for me. Like God knew that like I would do this and boom, boom. But basically my next thought was like, all right, fuck. What you gonna do? Because my phone is blowing up immediately. Nah, nigga. Like, please press the button.
Yeah.
Like that's the energy from niggas that love me.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
absolutely.
Yo, press the button, boom, boom. In reality, do I actually feel any sort of, when I listen to that verse that day, do I feel any sort of like, damn, nigga, what you say?
Right.
Why you say there wasn't no disrespect in there? And at least for me, you know what I mean?
This part is really, really good because it's going to talk about everything that led up to what eventually happened. So I think this part is really, really good. And it's going to really explain like a lot of things that we opined about. We're going to get confirmation on some of it.
That I didn't listen to that and be like, damn, nigga said what?
Right.
Nigga said I was XYZ. You know what I mean? It was, my feeling was like, fuck. Because now I know this shit that you've been working on for 8 years, plus this other shit that you did as a setup.
Yep.
Niggas ain't gonna never let you put that out until you address this, until you say something here.
Right.
So my mind becomes, it's silly to think of now, but it's like, it's where I was at the time.
Gotcha.
Probably because I was in a negative place when it came to this music shit. But my thought was like, what's the world gonna say? They not gonna let you come drop this shit you've been working on for 10 years without addressing that. Nah, nigga, we don't want to hear none of that shit. You ain't said shit to Buddy. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want to hear none of that. So my mind then gets into, then the word fear comes.
Right.
The fear is, although nothing's in my heart, there's no malice in my heart, there's no even desire to like, oh, this nigga gave me a chance to come demolish him. What the fuck does that mean to me? I love this nigga. Like, what what does that even look like? There was no urge or desire to take it to that level, but there was a fear of like, damn, if I don't do something, I'll never be able to put this album out that I've been working on for 8 years. You know what I mean? So that led me to, all right, what I'm gonna do? Start jotting some shit. Boom, all this shit means like I'm not even writing anything good. I'm still not writing nothing good. And then one night I was in the Bahamas, me and T Minus, a studio out there. I'm just like, yo, fuck it. That's why it's called 7-minute drill. Me and him do these things called 7-minute drills. When I got writer's block or something, I'll do my whole goal is like, yo, write a rhyme in 7 minutes. Don't give a fuck if it's good or not. And I have him, the producer, just to get the room going and the energy going, I'll be able to make a beat in 7 minutes. You can't overthink it. You can't just make the beat in 7 minutes. Nigga, you ain't got time to be figuring out your sounds, just practice. So he started the beat.
I like that. That's good practice.
It's how I kept myself all these years. Sharp, just giving myself little drills to go through to stay sharp. So on one of them nights, he started cooking up. And then, all right, you did your 7 minutes, let me do my 7 minutes. And the whole point of the 7 minutes is like, yo, you can't overthink it, just let it come, boom, boom, boom. And that's when I start writing the song that became like 7-minute drill, which in my mind, as I'm writing it, what I had already kind of subscribed to myself is like, all right, this is what I'll do. Like, this my nigga, you know what I mean? But I'm worried about what the world gonna say, which is embarrassing to say out loud, but it's true. You know what I mean? Like at that time, because I'm.
But here's the thing: he was absolutely right, though, right? Like he was absolutely right. If he would have dropped that album without anything, trust me, bro. Like it would have been an issue. Nobody was gonna let him have that stuff. So So yeah.
No, he was right. He was right in the assessment of I gotta adjust this first. Like I can't drop the album because if the album drops with K Dot on there, not addressing what K Dot said, it makes J. Cole look lame in the eyes of hip hop in general. It just does. So I get it. And then also him describing 7-minute drill. It felt like that. It didn't. It like.
Yep.
I don't want to say that the bars were weak for J. Cole. Like, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't scathing. It didn't really feel thought out. It didn't feel like a real punch. It's just like, damn, like you almost half-assed it. But it makes sense, like you said, Ken. He was going through a writer's block, and this is just something that he needed to do to kind of get out of it. And obviously his energy was directed toward the situation. So I get it.
Yeah. Now, what he thought was going to happen and what actually happened
two different
is
things.
really wild. Like, again, I hate that he's so long-winded because like he need an editor in real time. But nevertheless, we he said all that to basically say that, I had writer's block. And then this happened, and it happened right when I was about to drop an album that had Kendrick and Drake on it, and now I can't drop the album, and this sounds like I'm being dissed, but I really love Kendrick. He's my guy, and I don't really want to diss him, but here we are doing 7-minute drill, and I'm going to just write some shit that really might not be good, but I'm going to put it out anyway, and the beat might not be good either, because this is just practice. So you mean to tell me this whole time, this motherfucker went in here based on what he's saying, and he had some beat made from scratch, and he wrote some shit made from scratch that isn't really intended to be actually good, and he put it out, and it's just not really right. It's just like, bro, just because, ego, bro. So anyway, I'm sorry, Cole. I didn't mean to do your face like that, bro.
Fearful that this thing that I worked on for so long will go unappreciated if I don't. So I'm like, all right, this is what I do. Let me say just enough to where it looked like I diss, like it looked like I said something. Everything I'm saying to him, I know, and he know it's all survivable. You know what I mean? It's nothing I'm hitting him, not hitting no fatal blows, but it'll be just enough to be like, all right, nigga,
you said something.
Now you gonna come back. I know this is my man. He gonna come back. He gonna say something. You know what I mean? Probably give me a line or two or give me a whatever. And I'm gonna be like, you got that, cool. Now let's get to this album and really fuck him up. You know what I mean? In my mind, right? Like, but mind you, it's a decision made out of like non-clarity. But through that non-clarity, it seemed like my best option, right? Boom, we put out Might Delete Later 2 days before Dreamville Fest. and that song is last, right? We just throw it on there, boom, boom. The second it comes out, and I'm seeing the right away what I did.
Right.
Instantly, what I did was like, oh, you instantly divided off rip. You created a dividing line,
Right.
where you forcing the world
To pick a side.
to pick a side, and to, if they fuck with you, they gotta slander him.
Right.
And they taking some of the shit you said, thinking it's survivable and thinking it's just some light shit, boom, boom, boom.
Right.
They taking what you said and they giving it gas and they giving it light. And then my thought becomes, oh, fuck. I done fucked up. I done misrepresented myself.
Right.
I done miss.
That wasn't your intention.
That wasn't my intention.
Right.
My intention was some bull.
All right. Well, anyway, so yeah, he's going to talk about that for a minute. So then he's going to lead up to the apology, because trust me, he's going to be saying the same shit for the Nets. What is that? 46, 5 minutes. He's going to be talking in circles.
Right.
Because she seen, one, how it was affecting me, and two,
Let's see.
me, and how it took like the weight off me. It was like, oh, yo,
Know this shit.
word up.
Because I have more questions that I was going to ask you about it, but you're answering them.
Yeah, he had to apologize.
So your life, my life.
Right.
So imagine in the space, I'm like, oh, damn, dude, this
He had to tell Cam Rice, my back from talking too much, bro.
nigga really think that I feel like this about it? Like, oh, and even how I'm telling you, it was way heavier. It was like, oh no. Like sinking my chair, like, nah.
Right.
But at the same time, you done did it already.
Right.
Like, I've already done it. I've already like jumped into it.
Right.
So now I'm like, fuck, I got Dreamville Fest coming up. Oh my God. Like, I gotta go on the stage. These niggas think I'm representing this. Boom,
Right.
boom.
Right.
So you know, I know I'm going further than your original question, but I
No,
feel like I
take
might
it-
as well.
nah,
I might as
nah,
well.
let it-
Yeah. All right.
Nah,
Cool.
because
So
people want to know this shit.
Word up.
Because I have more questions that I was going to ask you about it, but you're answering them
All right.
anyway.
All right.
So,
Cool.
you know what I'm
Cool.
saying?
Cool. So fast forward. Now, if you would have seen me that weekend, even like my wife, she was peeping it all weekend. You know what I mean? It's only if you know me intimately would you see it, but it's like she could just see I was fucked up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I felt like I had made like a big mistake.
Right.
And the main mistake was like, damn, you really love this dude. Like, you really have,
One thing Kendrick Lamar will know moving forward is that J. Cole loves him. I swear to God, he said this shit so much, bro. Like, if there's ever any doubt in Kendrick Lamar's mind that J. Cole don't love him, it's been answered.
I'm a fan,
Right.
a friend. It's not just him, it's Drake too. It's like, yo, I really fuck with these niggas. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh shit. And then also it's a bit of pride because it's like, damn, they want to hit the nigga and be like, hey, bro, you think I was serious? Boom, boom.
Yeah.
But at this point, I'm
It is what it is.
I'm in my head. It's
Right.
like, you know what I mean? So anyways, the show is I'm about 2 hours from going on stage or an hour from going on stage. And I'm like, damn, are you really about to walk on the stage? And everything about it feels untrue. You about to go on the stage and just represent this energy. And a thought comes to me. And I really feel like this was God, because I could tell because of how it like lifted me and how it took like the weight off me. It was like, oh, yo, you misrepresented yourself on a big stage, right? On a big platform, on an album, you know what I mean? And played into it. And you said something that you didn't really believe in, you know what I mean? About somebody else, boom, boom, boom. You got the opportunity to go tell how you actually feel and speak the truth on a big stage, maybe a bigger stage at that point, because niggas is tuned in around the world, you know what I mean? It's a live stream. So I'm like, and that's when the apology came in my mind an hour before.
Right.
I told my wife, she the only one I told. I ain't tell my homeboys, thank God, because they probably would have, you know what I mean?
They would have been
You
upset.
wildin'.
Yeah.
Told my wife, she started crying, you know what I mean? Like, 'cause she seen, one, how it was affecting me, and two, she just, I
They probably were crying together.
don't know, it was like a pride that she had.
You started
And
folding
she
clothes,
know
man.
how I feel about him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like she you know, talked to his wife. They got a little relationship. You know what I mean? So it's like she don't even know the rap world. She know the real version of me.
Right.
She started crying. I'm like, all right, cool. Like I'm excited to do this now.
Right.
I'm going out there with a different energy.
Right.
I'm going out there. I can't wait to get to that moment.
Right.
Because it's really me.
Right.
And really get to represent myself. So I do what I do, right?
Absolutely.
As soon as I do what I do, me personally, the
Weight
weight is off me because I know I've made a wrong right.
Right.
I did wrong. Whether you feel it's wrong or not, it's wrong to me.
Oh, okay.
So I've made a wrong right. You know what I mean? Now, worst case,
What up?
He felt that he made a wrong right. What he did was he quadrupled the weight of that weight that he thought he got off. And that's why the homies would have said, hell no, my boy. We not apologizing for nothing. Your wife is supposed to be able to elicit the emotional side out of you, right? Like the yin and the yang. She's supposed to be able to, you're supposed to be able to get emotional with your old lady. That's supposed to happen. And sometimes it is for the better. And it was good on his soul. But for the masses, for hip hop, that's not how it's supposed to go down. But I'm just saying, nah, bro.
I agree, but listening to Cole, bro, it's him all day, and I think we kind of maybe even felt that at the time. It's still, you know, so, but yeah, it was weird, but after a while, it's like, nah, that's who he is, bro. Like, you see this shit, he's bothered before he even went on stage. Like, he can't sleep. So he don't know what to do because he thought they were just going to be out there play fighting and exchange some lines here and there. And the shit went crazy. He had no idea it was going to go as crazy as he did because he got motivated to do something he never wanted to do in the first place, which was a conversation that we all kind of had. So, but yeah, so the rest of the story and the reaction is interesting.
I know he know and I know the world know how I actually feel. Boom, 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 right?
Yeah.
The weight gets lifted off me. Simultaneously, the world like, nah, nigga. No, sir. No, buddy.
It's fact.
Not gonna happen like that. You know what I mean? And the world is fucking me up or fucking my name up. You know what I mean? Or whatever.
That's
you know
one of the questions. Stay here for a minute because I want you to finish the story.
Okay.
How did you feel right then and there when niggas was like, yo, this nigga backing out the battle? Yo, come on, man. Like, come on, you fucking up light-skinned nigga. I seen all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How did you feel at that moment when people got upset with you for saying that you're not going to go back and forth with him? How did you feel?
Well, first, you got to think it was that night. With that night, I had my own homeboys.
Right.
Like, I had people that was close to me. Some niggas like, yo, bro, I get it. I respect that. Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Some niggas like, bro, fuck that. No, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So I already experienced that in real life.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when they did it to me, when they hit me with that, and I appreciate them telling me the truth, you know, whoever did, but it's like when they hit me with it, I'm chilling. I didn't give a fuck. Like because I knew in my heart I did what was right for me.
And it means more coming from them than social or whatever.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go. However, what I will say is, like, to your point, when the world start giving me them hands,
right,
my reaction was I still felt like, nah, like I'm secure in my decision and what I did. But of course, over time, when niggas like, nah, this nigga's over.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's over. The ego and the fear creeps in some. It wasn't dominant, but I did feel it there where it was like, oh shit, like did I fuck up? You know what I mean? Where it's like, it's not a dominant feeling because ultimately I always lean back on the fact that, like, no, nigga, like I got a strong belief in God, and I feel like we know how it feels when it's God,
right, and
we know how it feels when it's not,
right.
You know what I mean? And I know that, like, yo, I'm moving off the feeling that I feel like aligns with that, with you know what I mean? And as long as I did that and I made the decision from that place,
right,
and I got to remember that, like, yo, okay,
right.
All right, yeah, we get it, bro. Let's get to where's the Drake shit? Because what is he talking about?
Like, the second I start rapping, the first rhyme I wrote, the first beat I made, I fell in love with it. Like,
yeah, whatever. Where is it? Oh, here we go.
What are we really doing it for?
Right.
Like, for me, I come to work, I get to watch sports, I watch sports all day anyway, and get to sit here with my childhood friend,
right,
that we didn't speak to each other for 15 years, and we fucking watch sports and laugh at niggas.
Wow.
You get what I'm like what the, like, you can't even beat that shit. Fact. You know what I'm saying? If I had to do it, I wouldn't want to do it, man.
That's real, bro.
Nah, and I got everything you said. Do you think that, I only got a couple more questions for you, and I'm gonna let my Assistant Taylor asked you some questions.
Okay.
Do you think that the Drake and Kendrick thing got totally out of hand? Do you think it spiraled out of control? How do you feel? Because I know both of these.
I feel like yeah, it's weird for me. Because,
Right, it's weird.
So one thing I didn't know is that Cameron and Drake are cool. Did you know that? Yeah, like
I'm not surprised, but yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, and it was later on. We're probably not going to listen to that, but yeah, he said, yeah, like he really messed with Drake. So I was, and this whole beef thing kind of bothered him as well. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. But yeah, it's an hour in, and now they finally get into that. I think this is a lot quicker because then old girl his sister comes on and asks questions.
Because I damn near feel like the only person in the world. And of course, I don't know if this is true or not, but when I really analyze the situation, I'm like, damn, I feel like the only person in the world. It's almost like it's a much more mild example, but it's the only way I could think about it. I'm like, I think of Dell Curry. Like, imagine Seth Curry was the star basketball player for whoever the team he was on, the Hornets.
Right.
And then Steph was the star player for the Warriors, and they met in the finals.
Right.
And then Dell has to watch, like, he has to watch this battle. And somebody got to come out a quote unquote loser. Somebody got to come out a winner. It's like,
He's been tearing that mic up all interview. he just keep hitting that microphone.
And you know why I don't like this analogy? Because it makes it seem that he's Del Curry, and it's like, no.
Yeah, like he's the father or something.
Nah. That's not what this is. But I feel.
Hey, look, man. He told you it's like this. This is a 7-minute drill interview. Like, he maybe if he go back, he can rewrite it to make it won't sound as weird.
Like, I'm the world right away. The world became like politics. You either Democrat or Republican. You either Kendrick or you Drake, and you got to pick a side. Boom, boom. And I felt like the nigga that was like disgusted both ways, damn near. You know what I mean? So when you say did it get out of hand, it's like creatively, that's not my place to say.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's definitely not my place to say. I'm a nigga that apologize. So it's not my place to come in and say like, oh, such and such shouldn't have said boom, 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 boom. Like, that's not my place. But I think the out of hand that I think is like world reaction, specifically, like, to me it's like disgusting how people try to use that opportunity to like either show how they really felt about Drake the whole time, or just like pile on
that's a fact.
and tear this dude down and like create a narrative as if he's not great or as if he's not fucking amazing or stellar. It's like, yo, if you want to keep it, if you really want to keep it hip hop and boom boom, nigga, judge it on the merits of the battle.
Right.
Don't discredit. You know what I mean? And I feel like it was a whole campaign, and probably still is to this day.
Right.
Of like belittling and tearing down what this dude built as if it was some shit we have never seen.
That's
you know what I mean? So on one hand, it's like, yo, I feel weird, and they're gonna make headlines out of this. You know what I mean? And like and you know, and then the internet and the people that feed into the fucking algorithms and get money off of clicks or just like pray to get attention off shit they say, they're gonna take this and run with it. But it's really the truth. It's like I root for both of these niggas.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like it's weird because to see a moment that Kendrick had, it's like I'm like, oh my God. Quietly, I'm like, it's weird to say, because if I'm Drake and I hear this, I'm gonna feel away. But I'm gonna come back and tell the other truth later, which is like when I see Kendrick get the moment he had, the pop out, the stadium, the Super Bowl,
the Grammys.
I'm like, I'm just as proud of this nigga as I was when I knew him back then. You know what I mean? Of like, oh nigga,
because he loved him.
Like, wow.
Right.
Like, and I know it's deserved, and he handles it so well. You know what I mean? But then at the same time, when I say that, I'm like, but I also hate that for Drake. Because the word, like, you see the shit with the at the Grammys when the dude hosted, had some shit to say to Kendrick about the light. Oh yeah, the last time you did something to a light skin. I hate that. I'm like, bro, I hate that for him, and I hate how the world turns on him. And simultaneously, I'm over here like, man, I hope Iceman go crazy. Like, I hope this nigga's in his bag, and I hope he boom, 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 boom. Simultaneously, I feel that way about both niggas. So I did get conflicted at times in the battle, because I'm like, But
Hey, what was the line on Kendrick Lamar's album? I heard you was conflicted. Right.
creatively, that's not my place.
Right.
But as a critic of like culture, which that word is fucking weird because it's like, nigga, this shit is algorithm based, nigga. This shit
Right.
is paid campaigns on niggas,
Right.
positive or negative. But my criticism on the culture is like, ew, like I hate what y'all try to do to this man.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And I hope y'all fail. You know what I mean? And I'm glad to see y'all fail. So it's like I hate to speak on it because it's like I know they're gonna take it a certain way,
I get
but
what
that's
you're saying.
genuinely my truth. You know what I mean? Like that's
Right.
genuinely my truth.
Right. You just told us how you feel about them being arson. I don't know Kendrick. A big fan of his.
So here's the thing. Like you're blaming the culture for what you're saying happened to Drake. We had nothing to do with that. We are reacting to what happened because of the issues that they had. You see what I'm saying? Like we didn't start any of this shit, bro.
No, we didn't start it, but I do feel J. Cole where this was an opportunity for the real haters to come out and just tear down Drake even more. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing too. I want to address the paid campaign type shit. There were motherfuckers not named that in hip hop that was definitely getting paid to swing one way or the other. And you already know over here is no politics, no BS. Everything that we do and what we say is how we truly feel. Like nobody's ever paid us to say something. Like every time we've gotten a deal, we tell people, hey, yeah, we may not like it. So we just saying that's just the brand, and we stay true to the brand. So I just want to get that out the way, number one, because he said that, and we are a media company. We talking about it right now. But I do think, Ken, that this was an opportunity for people to really pause, unload on the situation, one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? Because we saw a lot of the OVOs come out and just completely just discredit K Dot. You know what I'm saying? K Dot's great. And Drake is great. You know what I'm saying? So I feel where J. Cole is coming from there. Well, my issue more so now is with Port Antonio. Listening to what he said in this interview, knowing and feeling, right? Like, because we said that 7-minute freestyle felt barely like a jab. You know what I'm saying? Like it barely felt like that. Obviously, he confirmed that. But to come out with Port Antonio, is it not? Ken, I know my AirPod is working. Did he not just say it's not his place creatively to say if it got out of hand? But he felt creatively it was his place to say, if I was still in it, I'm a son y'all niggas. Like I would have came out victorious. Because that's essentially what Port Antonio was. If it was a big, shout out to Nikki Duce. If it was a fifth, we all be drunk. Because you're saying if I stayed in it, I'm the nicest one.
Well, but that makes sense because you heard like a lot of the internal struggles he was going through, and he either got talked into or he talked himself into. And he made a lot of decisions that he ultimately ended up regretting. And there was also like if I'm really kind of dissecting parts of what we heard, especially when he was talking about like he had both of them on the album, and this was going to be his crowning achievement, right? The fall off with Drake and Kendrick Lamar. And here come Kendrick Lamar with this Like That song that triggered Drake to put out a track in response. All Kendrick basically said was it was Control Part 2. Well, it was like F Big 3, there really is F Big 3, there's only me. And some other shots that were going there. If it would have almost stopped there, Cole probably could have put out the first or second or whatever version of the Fall Off that he had, which I think probably is the better album than what we got. Like, I still have no issues with the album, but Can you? Because he still got them. I think he still got the Drake. We know we got the Kendrick and Cole joints. He got to. He man, if he a real one, he'll release them joints, bro.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Ken.
But
Well,
well,
restirring the pot. That's restirring the pot that he's apologized for.
All right. Well, hold on. There's only a few more minutes left where he gets into his conversations with them, and if they exist, and then we'll come out and close out and answer super chats.
Bet.
So let's go ahead and wrap this up.
What you just said, and it was a good moment for Kendrick, like you said. And I like his music too. I'm a fan, but as Drake being my friend, it was fucked up.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. And so if I put myself in Drake's shoes, even to hear me say, like, I'm happy for Kendrick in a sense. Right. I would, if I'm him, I'm gonna feel like, damn, nigga. Right. But I love this nigga too.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't like that I don't like.
We know J. Cole. We know.
Like that he's doing it with a whole crowd, like shitting on you. I don't like that. You know what I mean? But shit, that's not my place to necessarily judge. And if that's how he felt, he had to go with it. You also engaged at the same time. You know what I mean? Like so I absolutely hate and have always hated how they try to like do that to him. And I genuinely pray. It's like, nigga, I'm a fan waiting. Like I be telling Eve, like, man, I hope this Iceman shit go crazy, and I hope he kills that shit.
That's so personally, where you at with them friendship wise today?
I'm in the same place.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, yo, I genuinely love these niggas, but I'm not gonna act like we've been communicating and talking. You know what I mean? I've had conversations with them like post everything, you know what I mean? But it's not like it's a lot. But that's just, you know, that's me not knowing where they at.
Right.
Me maybe assuming because I done heard X, Y, and Z.
Right.
But it has nothing to do with like how I actually feel. I genuinely love these niggas. Like I be wanting to shoot off a text. You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna lie, but even saying that on a mic is kind of lame to me, but it is my truth. You know what I mean?
It is what it is. Absolutely. Look, my sister Taylor.
Anyway, so
I feel that, you know, this is the first opportunity outside of the Nadeska joint where, you know, he's really getting it off his chest, you know. So I'm cool with that. I do agree with that last statement. You know, in a different circumstance, it would be corny. You know, it would be, we could say it's clickbaity or whatever. But, you know, I think this was the right time to do it. You know, after the fall off, 2 years after the battle, after all of that type of stuff, you know, the dust is settled. So now it's okay to kind of, you know, just get, like he said, get his truth off. Like I'm cool with everything that he has said in this interview. I think it is definitely enlightening. But I feel, at least for us, right, at Dead End Hip Hop, we had a good beat on everything J. Cole said, like, because it felt very reluctant, you know. And it's like, bro, look, J. Cole hasn't always fared the best in reviews on Dead End Hip Hop, but we've always said, and all five of us, including C-Town, will tell you, J. Cole is one of them ones, bro. Like, J. Cole has them verses. We know J. Cole got a pen. We know that. We may not love bodies of work all the time, but we know J. Cole is a big three. And it just didn't feel like his heart was in it. And I would have been one of the homies like, damn, nah, nigga, we not apologizing. Like, we going at it. Or shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Don't apologize. Don't let this shit blow by because this shit ain't got nothing to do with you. But knowing me, I'm gonna tell that nigga, hey, nah, bro, we gotta do something. We gotta do something. But at the end of the day, I think the route he took just made it worse. And then it was compounding interest. He didn't even want it. He didn't even ask for it, but he got a whole bunch of compounding interest with everything that he did, a la Russell. There was nothing that J. Cole did made us feel good as a hip-hop community, right? We understood that J. Cole is like this, and he was apologetic, and yes, he is friends with both of these guys, and we understood it from there, but that's not what we wanted. You know what I'm saying? Either shut the F up or bring Excalibur, bro, because these is two big heavyweights. And we didn't get that. So now here we are. And I also feel like this, Ken, if he would have just shut the hell up, he would have dropped the original Fall Off. He wouldn't have had to tweak it and change it and all of this type of stuff. Just shut the hell up or go at him. There's no in between, and he tried to straddle the fence, and that's what made it worse.
Yeah, I think to get out here and say that I wrote a diss track in a way that I practiced to stay sharp, you know, I don't know if that was a good idea, but nevertheless, it's J. Cole. And
It wasn't a
I
good
saw
idea
Lisa
to put
Gurley
it out.
say,
It was a good idea in theory because of where he was, right? Like in terms of being creative, he was having writer's block, but it's not good in terms of putting it out. Not if you're not swinging Excalibur, bro. We're talking K. Dot and Drake. How are you not out here swinging Excalibur if you're going to do it? And then if you know that you bought the little the little knife, the little slide blade, bro, leave that shit on the kitchen cabinet, bro. Do not come out here with that. Pause, it ain't big enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Rob's right. He basically just said that he wrote a track that he knew wasn't good, but he put it out anyway. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, listening to him talk, I haven't listened to a lot of J. Cole interviews. Listening to him talk, I get everything now, bro. Like it's so crystal clear. And like, you know, he just really wants to make music. He wants peace in the Middle East. And that's it. He doesn't want to beef with anybody. And he's friends with both, which, you know, is kind of interesting because they've had issues. So I guess they obviously never talk about each other with each other. But I do sort of hate that hearing this that whatever version of the fall off he had, we're never going to hear now. And I really would be interested in hearing those songs, but it sounds like now they just basically got him what they call on red or whatever. Like, you know, he randomly talks to them or he just checks in here and there. So and he's just on I guess equal terms, but we don't know how Drake's gonna feel after he hears this, like, because he's still trying to play both sides, and he was kind of always in the middle of them.
So Ken, let me ask you this, because early this morning, you know, there was a lot of clips flying around, and my brother was listening to the radio, and he was like, and on the radio, I can't remember what the radio host is out here, but there was like, in situations, do you have to pick a side? And it's, you know, obviously pertaining to this, I don't think you do. Even if you're J. Cole, you didn't have to pick a side because obviously he was conflicted. And that's why I say, if you feel conflicted, both of these guys are your guys, you love them both equally, then shut the fuck up. Shut up. Don't say nothing because it's not about you then. But if you do, then you better come out with the big guns, bro, with the heavy artillery, because we're talking about Drake and K-Dot. We're not talking, no disrespect, we're not talking Joey Badass, we're not talking Ray Vaughn, we're not talking, again, no disrespect, Schoolboy Q. We're not, bro, we're talking two of the biggest hip-hop artists ever in the history of hip-hop. So if you are going to do something, bro, you got to do it like you are the best. So to me, that's where I feel a type of way. That's where I feel a type of way, because you shouldn't have to choose. You shouldn't have to choose. I didn't necessarily choose K-Dot. I chose who I thought made better music in the situation. That's where I leaned. And I gave Drake his credit on the joints that I liked and the parts that I liked. But at the end of the day, I do feel J. Cole when he was like, as soon as this shit dropped, it was like, oh, you're either Republican or Democrat. I do feel like that. It felt like that. It felt like that in the moment. It turned into that.
It was pop big all over again.
Yes, you had to pick a side, and I don't think that you do. And I think that J. Cole should have been the poster boy of that. He should have just been like, "Hey, bro, I love both of these guys. Let's see what happens."
Well, he did a good job of repairing his image. I think I
He
don't know
did.
how this
He
is
did.
gonna go over with people. I think we're finally getting to a spot where we were moving on, and now he's publicly speaking about everything. So now we have from J. Cole's
Mm-hmm.
mouth like full context about his involvement in the beef that happened. J. Cole made a business decision to respond because he had this album and he knew that he could not put that album out without addressing what was said. Therefore, he took this moment and decided to what he wanted to do based on what I heard was I'm going to respond with this diss track just to respond and check the box, and then I'll be able to put out the mixtape. And the shit didn't work. And remember, there were rumors that J. Cole hopped on the phone and talked to members in TDE, and they
Mm-hmm.
told him to stay out of it. That wasn't asked. And it seemed like that also weighed in on him apologizing because he probably realized that he got into something that he probably should not have. So, but nevertheless, that's where we are with it.
You know what, Ken? This is my lasting piece before I think what I love about this interview is it really humanizes J. Cole and it humanizes rappers in general. That, I was just telling my brother the other day, we talk about basketball players, we talk about entertainers, like they're commodities, but they're humans. They have emotions. Fear crept in. You know what I'm saying? Mortality of your career creeps in. All of that type of stuff. Those are real emotions, Ken. And no matter who you are, how good you are, how on top of the mountain you are, you could fall off. No pun intended. But you could definitely fall off. And I think that J. Cole felt all of those emotions, which is why we got such a roller coaster of things that happened with J. Cole in this scenario. It makes all the sense. And I'm cool with him being vulnerable. We know J. Cole is definitely introspective. J. Cole is tapped in with himself. You know what I'm saying? So I like this interview for that. It humanizes it. It gives us more context to what we were already feeling. And at the end of the day, he didn't leave this thing unscathed, but he's still alive. He still had, a peak album. It's still a good to great body of work, depending on who you telling, what I'm saying, who's telling you shit. Some people saying it's classic. So at the end of the day, I think that he didn't necessarily get what he wanted when he wanted, but he came out of this thing the best he could based off of the moves he made. And I think that people still love J. Cole. Some people now hate J. Cole, and some people just don't give a fuck. But at the end of the day, J. Cole is human, and I love the fact that he was able, albeit a little bit long-winded like myself right now, but he was able to humanize himself and let people really know how he felt in those moments. So shout out to J. Cole. Shout out to Cameron.
And I'm seeing Lisa Gurley. I'm seeing some other people say that was a rumor, but it was debunked. So I recant what I just said about the TDE J. Cole statement. Now that I know that, I won't recite that anymore. I didn't know they said that didn't happen. So I take that back. So yeah. So yeah, man, I do agree with your final statement that, and I really wish rappers really did more interviews instead of promo interviews. That's why Combat Jack, man, when Combat Jack was around, and shout out to On Deck, they brought up this name. He would have been perfect for something like this because he's just people. He has a way of connecting with people, and but it's good to hear his story from his. It's no longer speculation. Now it's up to each individual on whether they believe it or not, and take him at his word. And that's it. But his story is out there, and that's that. And it was it was good. It was good to hear from him. But yeah, it definitely long-winded. But I think he had a lot of things that he wanted to say, and he hasn't been doing interviews. He had a chance to say it. The only way the output he had was when he was doing a podcast, and that was for something different. So but yeah, that was it, man. The big interview we were waiting on. him talking to Cameron, which was rooted in the lawsuit thing that happened, and they've worked things out with that. So we didn't really play all of that or any of the other stuff in the beginning. You guys can go listen to that because Cole talks a lot. All right, so let's get to some of these super chats. Jonathan Hernandez, what song gives you damn that shit still sounds nice vibes?
Mesmerized by Wiz Khalifa. Pushing OJ in general.
Wiz and Currency, I think they got a project coming out.
I know. I know.
Kendrick Lamar, Untitled Unmastered. Go listen to that. I forgot how good that was. We were gonna do a video on that. We never got around to it, but I listened to it a few times. Like, man, this shit is still good. So yeah, that's one. Go give that a listen. Othelius Maximus, you can't judge Jermaine. He's heaven sent. a true heaven sent person. Yeah. Rank the lyricists: Mock Homie, Jay Electronica, No Malice, and Elucid. Whew. I really mess with Elucid. Mock is nice.
I got my order.
Okay.
Mock number 1, No Malice number 2, Jay Electronica number 3, Elucid last. And it's just because I don't listen to Elucid like that.
Gotcha. I might go with Elucid first, Mock, Malice, and Jay Elect. I re-listened to a written testimony, and yeah, it does not hit.
It's Jay-Z all day.
Yeah, it does not hit. Yeah, I'm good on that. Green Beans 9388. This is for Dead End R&B. Have you heard the new Alice Isley album? Possible review. I have not, but I am a fan, and I will be listening to it soon. So yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I have not either. I will listen to it, and the only place that it'll probably get reviewed is the 365, which me and Ken have been dropping the ball on that, but it'll happen. Promise.
Yeah. What could be the next Kendrick versus Drake? Well, according to Jay-Z, we shouldn't have anymore. So
shut up, Ken. That's not what Jay was saying. That's not what. Hey, go listen to the podcast, man. Me and Ken break down the Jay-Z interview as well. So that's going to be very interesting, to say the least. So definitely be on the lookout for that. It's coming soon. But in terms of,
yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say I don't know of anyone off the top of my head that has real beef like that.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know what two artists would
Freddie?
go back and forth. I think that shit does sell. Yeah, but I guess because Benny's still taking jabs. You know what I'm saying? I know Freddie got work coming out. I'm pretty sure he's probably gonna say some slick again. So maybe. I doubt it, but maybe.
Yeah. That I mean that could get real ugly. Black Ross, was Keem stealing as an artist? I think we're going to be talking about him like we do Jid, a good rapper who never reached that star status. I don't think that's going to happen, but I think whatever he does, he has to stay active within the rest of the year, for at least a whole year, and then find a way to stay in the conversation after that. So he has to stay on the top of people's minds when it comes to hip hop, or he will become Jid.
Yeah, I agree.
Man, did you see any of the stuff that Joey Badass was saying about Jid on Twitter? Yeah. Maybe we'll talk about it, but he had like a big ass like Twitter thread in response to Jace talking about there shouldn't be any more battle raps, and saying that basically J. Cole was keeping Jid like suppressed because he didn't want Jid to out rap him on any of his songs. So that's kind of the AI summary of it, but you guys can go read it all for yourself on Twitter, or KI, I should say, Kenneth Intelligence. So you guys can go check that out. On what he said on Twitter, but he had a whole comment, a lot to say about just rappers and features and stuff in general. So I really want to take time to go through and read it all, because there may be a conversation there. Jonathan Hernandez, if Cole stayed in the beef, would he have kept it clean?
I think so, because J. Cole was about the bars, bro. J. Cole wasn't about the nasty, petty PDF file type of stuff. Like that's not what was. That's not J. Cole. That's never been him. So yes, he would have kept it. It would have been about the bars. It wouldn't have been about anything personal like that.
I agree 100%. He basically told you that,
Mhm.
you know, what he said. He said he thought it was just going to be a couple of friendly, like they were going to be jonesing each other. We're going to be cracking jokes
Mhm.
on each other here and there. And then, you know, we're going to get back to the music shit. And it was going to be all love. And they'll get on the phone and talk and
Hash it
laugh
out. Yep.
about it. Yeah. Yeah. But so it definitely would have been clean. Sam be lit. Can't wait for y'all video on Patreon about what Jay-Z was saying about stands. I agree with him 100%, 1,000%. Or is that 10,000%? The whole interview was really good. Outsiders of that too. When is it dropping on Patreon? Say look for it Thursday or Friday. There's some stuff that I gotta cut out like in the beginning and end. But then yeah, after that, I'll just upload the whole thing. You can just listen to it. It won't be like fully edited like that. That'll be on YouTube. So but I don't know if we talked about the stands thing though.
We did it.
And
We
maybe
did not talk about the fans.
was that in the written interview?
No, I think
Li-
it was in. I think it was.
Here,
You know what, Kent? Go ahead. Go ahead.
well, yeah, I was gonna say Sam be lit. We still gotta have a follow-up conversation with Rob because he's a big Jay-Z fan.
Mhm.
So we're not done talking about it. And
Mhm.
I listened to it and watched it today on YouTube, and it's give me a few days to process what he was saying so I can kind of pick apart if there's some bullshit in there or not, which, you know, but nevertheless, yeah, I'm sure we're gonna have a follow-up conversation with Rod as well. So yeah, but yeah, look for it Thursday or Friday. I'll probably try to get it up on Patreon by tomorrow. Donald Van, been a minute since I heard a new banger coming from a car. When was the last time you were put on to a song through a bump in the whip experience? Woo.
Damn.
I don't know. It's rare.
Yeah,
Because I don't be around people like that.
yeah,
Jalen be
trying to
playing a
think.
lot of shit around like the studio office. I mean, but he be listening to all that young stuff, so it ain't really heard anything
Yeah.
that I like so far from him.
Yeah, that's a difficult question, mainly because now that it's not CDs and stuff, and there's digital music. Like I listen to what I want, and then the stuff that comes on the radio is stuff for the most part we already know. So it's not like I'm randomly getting put on to something I never heard bump that somebody else is bumping. You know what I'm saying? So that is tough. Yeah, because even you know what? Okay, I know the last one. My brother played me that juvenile single that he had that came out earlier this
BB
year.
something.
Yeah,
Man, that shit is
yeah,
good, bro.
yeah. It is, and that shit
Yeah,
beat. You know what I'm saying? That shit beat. So my brother played that in the car, and I would say that was probably my last bump and like being put on to something. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck it is? So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but it doesn't happen often though. At least not like I did back in the day, Ken.
Yeah, I actually listened to that and kind of talked about it on my channel. Because I think I put out a video every day this year. The soundtracks for today. Y'all go check that out. KBNs, youtube.com/KBNs. But yeah, that's when I just came across it one day and I was like, oh shit, this shit is actually pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We do have the link to the album because I don't think it's out yet, but I think I sent it to y'all, the private
Did you?
stream. Yeah, I think so. But
I
I'll
know you said
resend it.
something. I didn't know if that was Juvie or not.
Now I sent the
But
Bruiser Wolf one, but yeah, we have the one for
yeah, I remember
Juvenile
that
too.
one. Okay.
Yeah, I'll resend it.
Bet.
What's the impact if Pac came out to still be alive, bruh? Like if Pac was still alive, well, we would have seen him by now. But
That's what I'm saying. And you know what? Like my initial reaction is like, oh, if I had the opportunity, I'd cuss him out. All of this before you were gone. No, for real. No, I'm just saying, Ken. Look, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a bean, like Nikki do say. Ken, he was so pro black, pro all of this, that how are you gonna allow all of this shit to happen and not say nothing, not be a part of anything, not back K Dot, not back Nipsey, not back? No, hell no. Like I be like, I'm glad you still here, but bruh, we needed you.
yeah, that's an actually really, really good, accurate response. Yeah. Yeah, nah, if Pac was alive with all the stuff we're going on with Trump and the war and stuff, he would have popped out by now.
Yeah. So
And
nah,
then
if he just pop out randomly, like hell nah.
and went right back into hiding. So yeah, that's funny. Delinquisher, I think 2020's J. Cole is more skilled in technical MC than Kendrick and Drake right now, but he lacks heart and is too passive aggressive, like LeBron in the clutch. LeBron just dunked on somebody tonight.
Man,
I don't know if
look,
y'all saw that.
people gonna stop talking about LeBron and stat padding and all that.
I think
Bro,
he got.
I'm about to say, how is this stat padding? It's not like they just say, "Hey, LeBron, just go score." Like, who let in LeBron? Who in the NBA just say, "Hey, yeah, just go get your." Come on, man. So that's number one. Number two, I feel that though. J. Cole is too passive aggressive. He needs to be either more passive or more aggressive. I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm with Marty McFly. Yeah, the LeBron hate is exhausting now. It's performative. It's not even real. Like y'all let people convince y'all into hating LeBron James, and it starts with that white man that used to be on that show with Stephen A. Smith, that used to be on the show with Shannon Sharp. That's no longer on the show with either one of them. Just did a show again with Stephen A. Smith. And y'all know who I'm talking about. So these are not even original thoughts and ideas. They just got implanted in your mind. Be like me, guys. When you hate somebody, have sincere, pure reasons for hating them. Don't let them be sourced from anybody else. be pure in your haterism. All right. Learn something from the OG. But yeah, and for you guys talking about Pink Panthers, send me some stuff, man. Let me know. I'll do something with it. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'm interested now because I see y'all talking about it. But yeah, I think he dunked on 2 Pacers tonight at the beginning of the game. So yeah. Fill in the lyric. Rest in peace to my non. She got hit by a blank. Yeah, I think about it every time I hit the hookah, kaboom, kablow. What the hell? I just pieced to my 9 because I was thinking about Spice One. Are we rapping? Is this a real lyric or something?
Yeah, I don't know what this. I don't know what this is. This is. I'm sorry, I am not Mike C. Time.
Rest in peace to my chick. She got hit by a snowball. Yeah, I think about it every time I hit the hookah, kaboom, kablow.
Who that?
I don't know. You never know, bro. Aaron Cole letting us know, even off the raps, he is the best storyteller in the game. Hey, you know what? That is real because he was telling us he was doing some real ass storytelling up there, bro. His storytelling was so good, it got to the like he would be so far into the story where I would realize that he's still telling the story. And I'm like, God damn, bro, he ain't got to the point yet. Like, Jesus Christ. No, that's funny. That's good. I like that. Which rapper makes the most impact in 2026? Jay-Z. Because he's dropping the album.
Very, very, very good answer. I don't know. I don't have one. I don't know. I don't know who has the most impact this year.
I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be Jay-Z when he dropped this album, bro. Watch. This shit gonna go crazy. He already making waves with this interview. And last one, best shower method listening to a pod or music.
I saw this when it came through, and I was like, "This is actually a damn good question." We've been doing this shit for a long time, Ken. I've never had this question. For me, it depends on the mood. So typically, like if I'm getting ready to, go out with wifey or have a date night or something like that, I'm listening to music, right? Like it just gets my spirits. But sometimes, like going like getting ready for work or you know whatever, pod is there too. It just depends on where I'm at, what I'm about to go do. But I will say that music influences my mood more than anything. So typically I'm playing more music in the shower than I am listening to a pod. But I do both. But it's definitely more like 75-25.
Music, man. It's the right choice is music. You listen to the pod is weird because it's almost like they're in the shower with you.
Ken, no, Ken. Come on, Ken. Why did you have to go there, bro? Why did you have to go there?
We're like, huh? What? Oh man. But yeah, anyway, I missed another super chat. Let me see if I can go find it. From Elijah. Hold on. And OG DrewTube said the stands went along with the battling part. Okay, gotcha. All right, let me scroll up here. See if I can find it. But yeah, that has been the show. I'm trying to find this last super chat from Elijah. I want to make sure everybody. Oh, I gotta go roll all the way up. But yeah, I saw the okay, so I saw the Pink Panther, so I took a note on that one, and Boy's a Liar with Ice Spice. Oh, I got that one. So yeah, so I'll be checking that one out. Hold on, where the hell? Okay, I'm all the way up on top. I don't see it. I might have to go to the comments. Hold on. Oh, here it is. I got you. Oh, damn, I missed another one too. Hold on. Why did these nuggets start? All right. Damn. Oh, yeah, I already did that one. Elijah, rank the producers: Jay Dilla, Alchemist, Conductor, and Ninth Wonder.
Ooh, that's tough. Look, you could kill me in the comments. I'm gonna put Jay Dilla last only because I don't listen to Jay Dilla like that. There's no disrespect to Jay Dilla. These other producers are dope. I'm gonna put Alchemist first, Conductor second, Ninth Wonder third, Jay Dilla last.
Jay Dilla. Damn, man, it might be in the right order for me. Because I think I thought about Alchemist first, but Jay Dilla is cold. Alchemist will put Jay Dilla before him, and it's only because of Alchemist's most recent work. Conductor is really good, and I think he's making a really strong case for himself. But Ninth Wonder he does have some bangers. And his resume is really strong. And his beat tapes that he have. You know what? Let me get Ninth Wonder. So, and look, Conductor, bro. I love you, bro. I think you put out some dope beats. But just off the legacy and strength right now of what Ninth Wonder has done with the Little Brother run, the Jay-Z thing. I'll go Ninth Wonder third, then Conductor.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'll do. And last one is Ye's discography still top
Yes.
tier. That thing fell off once it hit 808 and Heartbreaks. And then he recovered with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and then it was a wrap for that. But
it's still great.
Bully is supposed to be on the way, man. It's supposed to drop 2 days.
I don't care about that. I don't care about that.
It's supposed to drop in 2 days. So we'll see. But yeah, it's you know. I don't know what happened to Yeet. I have to look into it and see if something happened that I missed. But yeah, I think I got some of the songs. I was able to catch some here. Pink Panthers I got, and Boys a Liar with Ice Spice. Oh, Earl and Mike drop. Never mind. All right. Well, anyway, that's been the show, y'all, man. We hope you guys enjoyed kind of experiencing the J. Cole interview with us, and as we kind of talk through it. I had already listened to it. That was FIFO's first time, listening to it. But so you got his reactions in real time. But I'm glad I did, because that allowed me to skip through a whole bunch of bullshit that you guys can go listen to your stuff and got to the good stuff. So that's gonna do it for us, man. 2-man show. FIFO and Ken, man. And we'll catch you guys next. Yep. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Hey, it's comments. Listen to Boys a Liar. I'm gonna do it on my channel, bro. So I'm gonna do it on my channel after I finish up the Marvin shit. I got Marvin lined up, and then I got Stevie I'm doing next. But in between the Marvin Stevie joints, I sometimes take breaks. So I got you though. So go subscribe. All right, y'all. Peace.